Welcome to Hannity. An explosive new report on the Biden family's corrupt business deals, this time actually involving the Communist Party of China. Plus, we have more painful evidence tonight that Pennsylvania's trust fund brat in a hoodie that never worked a day in his life, John Fetterman, is not fit to serve. And in the state of New York, believe it or not, gubernatorial candidate Lee Zeldin is going to join us with more on the state's insane zero bail laws that are now putting everybody in the state in danger. And believe it or not, I know you might not, there is a chance a Republican can actually win the governorship in a blue state like New York. We'll tell you why. But we begin with a new record for the Biden administration. This year, I guess it's time to celebrate if you're pro-open borders, because for the first time in U.S. history, we have now reported over 2 million illegal immigrant crossings at our southern border, breaking, by the way, last year's record high of 1.7 million. In other words, after vowing to address the root causes of mass illegal immigration, well, and appointing his vice president as border czar, the crisis has become even worse than you can believe. Now, apparently, Kamala's only trip to the southern border, which really wasn't where things were happening, just a quick trip through El Paso just last year, that truly was not enough. To put this in perspective, more illegal immigrants are now pouring across this border than at the time of this video. Take a look at that video. Remember that video? Now, that shows thousands in these makeshift camps under a bridge in Del Rio. Maybe Martha's Vineyard could set up a few areas in that beautiful island for people that need help. They're so open-minded and they believe in sanctuary status, and they have a sign all over the place that says, "We welcome immigrants." But anyway, now Biden is dispersing newly arriving illegal immigrants all over the country. He's been doing this for a year and a half, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, secret flights, secret bus rides, or as Jen Psaki used to call them, early morning flights, while at the same time refusing to even admit that we have a problem. Now, Joe seems to think that he's owed some kind of mulligan because this latest wave of illegals, they're coming from Venezuela and not Mexico. This is what Joe said.
On the border, why is the border more overwhelmed under your watch, Mr. President?
Because there are 3 countries that are there are fewer immigrants coming from Central America and from Mexico. This is a totally different circumstance.
Totally different. Wide open borders, they're still getting in. Reports now from Breitbart saying that Venezuela is literally emptying their prison population and sending them to Joe Biden's wide open borders. Now, Biden's always more than happy to provide excuses, but here's what he will not tell you. This year alone, another record, 78 individuals on the FBI's terror screening database were apprehended at our southern border. That is triple the previous record. And meanwhile, record fentanyl seizures at the border, they continue to spike. Fentanyl is now the #1 killer of young Americans, claiming a new victim every 5 minutes. A record number of migrants crossing the border are also dying. They are drowning in the Rio Grande every single week. Some get lost in the desert and die from thirst and heat exhaustion. Others are killed by human traffickers and some of the cartels. There are also large numbers of reported rapes, including young children. In one rural Texas border county, the local funeral home has been operating at triple their capacity, stacking bodies on top of bodies in freezers, housing others in a storage facility that was once used for COVID treatments. This facility typically performs 300 funerals a year, but it is now receiving up to 20 dead illegal immigrants every single week. This is now a real humanitarian crisis. Look at your screen. The situation is so bad that Maverick County, they're now burying many of these migrants in graves marked, you can see right there, with PVC pipes. But none of America's virtuous and compassionate Democrats really seem to care, because it's not in their backyard. They only care about the people that went to Martha's Vineyard. Instead, they're furious that Governor DeSantis had the audacity to fly these migrants to Martha's Vineyard, the liberal safe haven that it is, with another rumored upcoming flight to Delaware near Joe Biden's beach house. I think that's a great idea. Now, attorneys in Boston, they're now attempting to file a class action lawsuit against DeSantis. I say that's great, because then every state can turn around and sue Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and his administration for, #1, shredding the Constitution, not enforcing the laws in the land, aiding and abetting lawbreaking, and by the way, being involved in human trafficking, and he's done this now for the last year and a half. But no one on the left is saying a single thing about the bodies that are stacking up at funeral homes in South Texas. There's no legal action against the Biden administration for the hundreds of migrants sleeping on the streets of El Paso. There's no outrage over the dozens of early morning flights dispersing illegal immigrants by the Biden administration, none whatsoever. And now, by the way, 2 million border crossings and counting, but border czar, your Vice President Kamala Harris, can't even be bothered to talk about the crisis. Today, she was deeply engulfed in yet another word salad, as Tucker was pointing out, this time about community banks in communities, where communities have people in communities. Take a look.
We invested an additional $12 billion into community banks, because we know community banks are in the community and understand the needs and desires of that community, as well as the talent and capacity of community.
I didn't know community banks were inside communities. Here's one other example of the significance of the passage of time. We could literally play this all night because this is a speaking pattern she's developed. Everyone can see that Vice President Harris is absolutely not up to this job. And I thought Joe was bad. Take a look at this.
We are expanding access to transportation. Seems like maybe it's a small issue, it's a big issue. You need to get to go and need to be able to get where you need to go to do the work and get home.
The significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
More parents are seeing the value of educators when they had to bring their kids and say, we're not paying them nearly enough.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
Now, when we talk about our children, I know for this group, we all believe that when we talk about the children of the community, they are children of the community.
Children of the community. You got to go to get to where you got to go. And the passage of time. And community banks have banks that are in the community so the people in the community can go to the community bank. It's pretty clear that neither Biden nor Harris are willing or able to secure the border, save lives. There is only one way to hold them accountable. This reminder, in 49 days, you have all the power to vote. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.